Zimbabwe is the country with the most dams per capita. The best farmers as far as I'm concerned, right? I've met a bunch of them, right? It's got the best lands, and I believe that we've got the best produce. If you download one of these flight tracker apps on your phone, you will realize one thing. The 17 jumbos that fly in and out of Zimbabwe every day, maybe 4 of them have people. The rest of them have got great produce, right? How do we start? On the 24th of October last year, we had started a tomato project, and we were growing tomatoes with my brother Rufaro's at the back. Now, beautiful thing about tomatoes is they're very prolific, very cheap to start up. But then what happens is when these damn things start growing, they just keep growing and growing, and they keep producing. So you eat as much as you can, you freeze as much as you can, and the rest of the stuff you try and sell, because everyone tells you, right? Then you try and sell them to the supermarkets, and the first thing they tell you is, I will call you back tomorrow. There's one problem when you're talking about fresh produce, guys. Calling you back tomorrow means your green tomatoes are now red. And when you call them tomorrow and the guy's out of the office or he's at lunch, Zimbabweans love lunch. The next day your tomatoes are now red and softer. Okay, so in our project, we discovered that we have serious issues with our tomatoes with Rufaro, and we had to now get these things to market.
Transformation of money from a physical bag that the first app is actually carrying to card-based money, electronic funds carried in a card. But it hasn't stopped there. Now you carry the money digitally, in a phone, on the internet. But guess what? It's not going to end there. We now have got cryptocurrencies, the bitcoins of this world, which is all money.
Please work and secure at least a square meterage of piece of land to your name. Because then the Bible says, a good man leaves inheritance for his children's children. And that's in real assets. And the reason why it's called real estate is because it's a real asset. And there's not many of them other than that, really, amongst all the classes of investment assets. Look at the balance sheet of the Facebook owner. Look at the balance sheet of any billionaire. Look at the balance sheet of any nation. Close to 50% of the wealth of developed countries, GDP, is actually driven by real estate. So it's a significant empowering tool that every family, every business, every organization, every nation has to take it very seriously. Part of the problem that we are facing as a nation is because our balance sheet of real estate is not securitizable.
After seeing this problem as a possible opportunity, and also because of other random coincidental events, I came up with a solo journey with the mission to provide affordable energy, affordable renewable energy to each and every person here in Zimbabwe. So, after doing several research on other renewable energy sources which we have here in Zimbabwe, one thing came into my interest. This is called biogas. If we look at biogas from another perspective, it is actually a really cool thing, because just imagine transforming waste into energy. We buy energy every day, but waste is something which is now considered to have no value. Transforming that into energy is something which is really good.
My lecturers were professors, experts in their fields, were doctors. My teaching assistants were either master students or PhD students. And here we were. But for me, I didn't see lecturers. I saw potential employees. What did I start doing? Because of the pool of that university, a local university, merit departments, you'd get each and every expert you need. So I created a consultant company. Using their CVs, using their platforms, started doing tenderings for jobs. So to get a job there, they'll go and do the job, I'll pay them, and next day we'll meet in the class. Why? As a startup, we couldn't afford to have PhD holders, professors, to employ them full-time. But they had in mind what we needed was access to the wisdom, access to the knowledge. And we take that knowledge and access to the market. Ladies and gentlemen, my presentation is very simple. What do you see?